Hi guys, Laura Kuenssberg must be pretty much down in the dumps at the moment following the defeat of her party. But the hard grind of asking politicians difficult questions doesn't go away and the bills still have to be paid. The BBC journalist sat down with the Prime Minister to speak about the riots and those involved in them. She asked some pretty stupid questions, which were not just swatted away like flies by Starmer, but he delivered a pretty good response to one you would expect from GB News. Have a listen to this.
But do you think the rioters were racists?
I think far right. I think there was racism there. I think it featured differently across the country. I went over to Belfast, for example, to talk to the police service of Northern Ireland, who had petrol bombs thrown at them. And there's no doubt there was racism there. So there was racism far right, but it was totally illegitimate. It is not acceptable in any society. And yes, I accept that, across the country, people have strong views about things like immigration. I accept that, but I'm not prepared to tolerate that sort of disorder under any circumstances, nor will I change government policy one bit as a result of that sort of violence.
Do you think we're a racist country?
I don't think we're a racist country. I think we're a country of decent people, tolerant people. The real Britain was the people who came out the day after in Southport. It was incredible. People came out with their trowels, with their brooms, they cleaned up, they rebuilt. They're the real face of Britain. And that's the Britain that I think is essential to reuniting and bringing this country back together.
But do you think that...
Well said, well said, well said. Couldn't say it much any better than that. That is the real Britain. The people who came out after and helped clean up the mess. Not the racists who are trying to burn down asylum centres, not those who've been egging them on social media and in particular media outlets. It's the people who rejected it. That is the real Britain. Is Britain a racist country? No, it's not. Does it have racism within it? Yes, it does. Like every country has its racists and bigots. It's how you deal with them that's important, and how you deal with those who egg them on, who incite violence. Now, Starmer raised a very interesting point here. He talked about how when he went to Belfast, he saw the same rioting taking place and he saw the police being attacked. There is a core element here, English nationalism. The far-right, English far-right nationalism. And as I mentioned in other videos, there's a connection between Northern Ireland and English nationalists in Britain. We didn't see riots take place in Scotland. We didn't see riots take place in Wales. Why? Because of the English nationalists. They were very active in England and in Northern Ireland because of their connection to loyalist paramilitaries. Loyalist paramilitaries seeing an opportunity to stamp their authority once again, driving asylum seekers out, burning foreign-owned businesses, showing that they are boss, while in England the motivation was different. You had people in the media, people with massive platforms online, sharing misinformation, suggesting that the killer was a Muslim. So when Starmer says that racism needs to be dealt with, he's correct. When he says that Britain is not a racist country, he's also correct. But we need to deal with not just the racists who have been attacking people on the street, but also those who have been inciting it, both online and in the mainstream media. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.